Jalito. What up, though? What up, y'all? Got something I wanted to talk about. So, you know, I'm a little delayed. I've been moving around a whole lot, but let me just let y'all... Hold on. Love this track. So, how y'all doing? Hi, y'all. Peace and love, everybody. So, I wanted to share something with y'all. I'm just visiting, just stopping through, traveling and shit. And this is from Saturday, December 2nd, right? I'm a Johnny-come-lately sometimes, but I come across the shit. So, the Rensselaer County District Attorney has been indicted for perjury, right? Now, this is an article from the Daily Gazette by Stephen Cook. They covered up, apparently, you know, I've been in Cali, so someone was shot here, and let me pay homage to the slain individual. Let me get the brother's name that was killed by one of these police officers here in Troy, in the city of Troy, in Rensselaer County. Edson Thevenin, okay? This is the young person that was murdered by one of these police officers. So you have the Rensselaer County District Attorney named Joe Abelove, okay? Now this motherfucker done covered up everything that, you know, all of the misconduct regarding this particular investigation, this particular case with this young man that was slaughtered by the police officer. So now that y'all district attorney in Troy has been brought up on fucking charges, I wouldn't care if it was a traffic ticket. If that man prosecuted or tried any of you, y'all didn't plead guilty if you didn't plead. Because this don't apply to the niggas that cop out, right? You got to figure this shit out. This don't apply to you. If you cop out to something, I don't care if it's a traffic ticket. If you plead guilty, you are saying you willing to pay for some shit that ain't even a crime. I don't know how I can make y'all understand that. I probably can't, but I'm okay with that. But this man here, if any of you have ever had a situation in Rensselaer County, and this man here has prosecuted you, you might want to look into this shit. Especially if you didn't take a plea. This don't apply to you. If you take a plea, you're just, you know, submitting and you're scared and you're thinking that, you know, it's over. And I get that. I'm you know, some people, you scared. If you scared, you get a dog. But this shit right here, y'all better not let this slide. Don't let this slide. You let these people get away with this shit, and you know what they take from you? Y'all got all that money, y'all be flossing, Sam Rothstein, right? Doing all of that, but you can't pay for time. You can't pay for freedom. But I tell you, freedom ain't free. So what means the world to you? These are some of the questions I'm going to ask them. Anybody got any feedback? What's up with y'all? No, I'm here in New York, Lee. I'm in New York, brother. I'm in New York. I'm on this side now. G Crisis. Peace and love to you. Hi, Michelle. Hi, sister. Hi, sister. Fifey. My God. I miss you, Fifey. So, y'all gotta stop letting these people take y'all freedom and take y'all time. I want to introduce y'all to a couple things. I ain't got nothing else to do, and I'm here in Schenectady. My phone is messed up, so it's not like I'm avoiding any motherfucking body, right? Because that ain't what's happening. I don't owe nobody shit, and ain't nobody fucking me up. I miss y'all. I love y'all and everything, but, I've been moving through. I'm here now. You want to catch me? You know where you at, right? You know where I'm at. But
Yep.
I wanted to share some stuff with y'all. I got my other phone is busted, so let me find another device and shit. I'm doing this from my tablet. All crimes are commercial. How you get there? I love you. How you do that? You said that's so dope.
You send me the
brother,
request.
how are you? How you do that?
Cause you send me the request to
That's
join.
dope. I like that. I just went around. Huh? That's dope.
You sent me to join.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what happens. So if I send it to my mother, her shit will pop up too. That's dope. I like that. I just learned something new. What up, good brother? Good to see you. You in this area? Okay. Huh? Say that again.
You said that?
I didn't hear you. Can you hear me? No, I said, what did you say?
Yeah,
I didn't hear what you said. No, I didn't. Are you in my area? You in 518?
I said, you said where am I?
You in 518?
I'm in the Bronx right now.
Okay, I'll see you when I get back down there. I'm gonna link you. So
I'm in the Bronx.
I wanted to I'm gonna catch up with you.
All right.
I'm gonna get next to you when I get down.
All right.
All right. Peace and love, good brother. So all crimes are commercial. And a lot of y'all have a lot of questions regarding how do, certain people get away with things, crimes. Like, for instance, you want to know how these cops keep getting off of charges regarding somebody jinking my phone too that don't even work.
She discussed my fucking foot up. First of all, y'all need to teach me.
So 27 72.11. This is the U.S. Federal Code of Regulation. And according to 27 CFR 72.11, burglary, counterfeiting, forgery, kidnapping, larceny, robbery, illegal sale or possession of weapons, prostitution, extortion, swindling, and many other things like simple addiction to drugs or marijuana use are considered and defined as commercial crimes. Commercial crimes. So commercial means that there is some sort of money. It's a transaction, a business transaction. Okay? Now, y'all got to think that our ancestors had everything lined up perfect. So when you get to the point where you start talking about the system is against us and all this other shit, shut the fuck up, because you don't know the system. That's why you get your ass kicked. If you don't know where the bully gonna punch you at, you can't fucking block. That's just it in a nutshell. So when it comes down to defense and protecting yourself, you got to use this. It is not about brawl and brawn. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you really got to use your head. A lot of these things we already know, they're common sense things, but I think we tend to forget. A lot of it has to do with the food we eat in, the environment, and simply the low vibrational energy that a lot of us end up surrounding ourselves with, right? But if all crimes are commercial, how is it that the cop that shot Philando Castile walks away, Sandra Bland? You wonder why all of these things don't add up to where these, so-called officers are being set free, or you see certain injustices and you wonder how they occur. I want to explain something to people that don't have an understanding or complete knowledge of their actual tangible bloodline history. See, you can't go back 10,000, 20,000 years ago. If you don't know who your grandmama was, what the fuck do King Tut's grandmother got to do with you? Right? That's the first thing. So when you don't know who is going to be somewhere, why in the hell would you show up? If I invite you to a party, you might want to say, well, Phoenix, who all gonna be there? Right? You don't know who I know. Maybe my folks ain't no motherfucking good and they might jump your ass, right? Just common sense. We're going to use this street shit because the street is what actually is supposed to prepare you to know how to deal with this particular warfare that is happening and going on that is primarily against the people that don't know how to fucking identify themselves because they didn't bump their head. Aside from that, they spend the chemtrails and all the shit that they do. They spend all this goddamn money to keep people dizzy. They flood you with shit that has absolutely nothing to do with keeping you from getting shot from the fucking police and nothing happens, right? So if there's anything that you're doing that you can't protect yourself or your loved ones from, it might be a good time for you to figure out how do you do that. It's not always about brawling brawn, but at the end of the day, you kind of got to brush up on what's really happening so you can have a full understanding. And this way you can stop getting your ass kicked, because you end up getting your ass kicked. You end up being away from your mother, away from your children, away from your family. Some of you getting locked up at 16 years old. And these little young boys, these motherfuckers ain't never even kissed no girls for real. And now you get ready to be in there 20, 30, 40 fucking years with some nigga named Tiny. Like, come on. And then the women, y'all be letting these motherfuckers take your sons and shit. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to talk shit. And there's some type of alcoholic beverage in this cup right here. I'm going to just let y'all know it ain't fucking for show. It ain't no goddamn syrup, but it's some Hennessy, and this is what is in this solo cup. But at the end of the day, I just looked at the paper and I saw that this goddamn corrupt damn prosecutor, how many people did he lock up doing some fucking fuckery shit, and people gonna let that by? What happens is a motherfucker's gonna watch the news because it's been on the news. You're gonna watch the news, and then you're gonna completely fucking forget that this man is the one that got your driver's license suspended, or maybe he gave you 30 days for whatever the fuck. He's a crooked guy. What you gonna do about it? Y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna do nothing. What you gonna do about it? You gotta stop letting these people get away with taking your shit. And if time and freedom is the one thing you can't get back, y'all will want to scratch my eyes out if you see my number in a dude's phone. But these motherfuckers will tell you some fraudulent shit in a letter with a fucking name attached to some state or some goddamn agency, somebody that you can't see and can't knock on your door. They can't pull up on you, but you believe that they is real. And that shit is absolutely crazy to me, right? Because you're a fucking imposter. You're calling yourself some shit that you can't prove that you are. And being that you can't prove that you are this thing, they treat you like you a shameful person that don't respect your grandmama. You don't respect your mama, right? Because at the end of the day, if a guy, y'all men, I don't got no fitted, but when you have a fitted on and some dude says to you, yo son, that's a nice hat. Let me see your hat. You're not going to take your hat off and give it to him and let him take your crown off and give it to him and let him try your goddamn fitted on. Maybe he's 7 1/4 and you're fucking 7 7/8 or something. Whatever. Your crown ain't going to fit the next motherfucker's head. But this is the problem that you deny and the foreigner takes complete advantage of, because you don't realize that this is your fucking crown. Why do you think they have it specifically set up that there can never be a monarch here in America? Because who was here? So when y'all talk that we was kings, we was queens shit, where is it? Because you don't do what kings and queens do. You got to know the law, and you got to know how to self-govern, and you got to know how to govern yourself. But certainly, at the end of the day, this man right here, this goddamn pilgrim right here, where the fuck? Where did she go? This guy, this prosecutor, this dude, He couldn't have my motherfucking son. I wouldn't give a fuck if I was a crackhead in a drunken stupor. He would not have my son. You see how crooked these people are? You listen to them, you fearful of them and stuff like that. And then I might sit next to you at the bar and roll your fucking eyes at me. But you see these goddamn people that steal your time, right? They'll steal your fucking time and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. You ain't gonna look into a thing. Some people just like being told what to do. And that's okay. But don't be mad when you get rolled on. Thank you, Yusuf. Don't get mad when you get rolled on, because they don't care. They're going to keep doing it. Let me tell you, I'm the type of person, right? I go to the first day of school, and maybe the gooch, he might take my lunch money. She might take my lunch money on Monday. She might do it on Tuesday. Maybe even the whole fucking week. I got Friday evening, Saturday, and all day Sunday to figure out how to make sure Monday morning that Gucci ain't gonna take a motherfucking thing for me no more. You understand what I'm saying? You stop focusing on the problems and focus on solutions. You understand what I'm saying? Focus on solutions. And the solutions is identifying who you are. Me, I'm home already. I'm home. I'm comfortable. I take care of my shit. I take care of my loved ones. I don't got nothing to worry about. You got to start talking to these people that act like they have authority over you the same way Jesus talked to the Pharisees, right? My father is in Dutchess County. My mother's in Queens County. When pieces of paper come saying something in reference to a name that may look like mine, it may even be spelled the same way, but the shit ain't really me. You better understand that I have something to say all the time. Because if I don't say something, then that means whatever somebody else says is oh fucking okay. And your acquiescence, it's not gonna work. Why are y'all gonna let this man get away with the shit that he did? You know what? This is shit that be stressing me out, because I be trying to help people and then they go hire these fucking lawyers and they still get slam dunked. And they kids still getting 10 and 15 years for some shit they not even supposed to be in there for. Sometimes you gotta go a little extra length, They talk shit about me. It was talking about, we all want to think our kids is good. Well, you know what? You right about that. I went and got a private investigator. Because we all want to make sure we being told the truth, right? Because it's important. Especially when you have to make sure that you're going to keep your loved ones safe, right? Because if you ain't got the fucking truth, you ain't got nothing to work with. Right. So, at the end of the day, excuse me. Like, it's not about, who the smartest is and, who got the most money and all this other stuff that people be thinking, right? Don't talk no shit. I'm stressed out and I'm in 518. So this right here, I don't want to hear nothing. I got my quit date again. I done started again. Yes, I did. I just need y'all to understand who y'all are. Y'all got to stop letting other people take your crown. It's already there, right? It's already there, but it's kind of like people are just being so stubborn that they just refuse to let the ancestors do what was already written. This isn't something that Phoenix just know. A lot of y'all know. Y'all think about it. When you stare at the ceiling, a lot of these things is running through your mind, like how shit work. Why is water wet? Why is the fucking sky blue? Whatever. Start trying to dissect those things so you can have an understanding of who you are and where to place yourself in the world, in society, whatever place, in private, whatever place you want to be. What's going to happen is people going to knock you. They're going to knock you every fucking step of the way. And then what starts to happen is when they start to see the results, that's when they support you. But that's not what you need to wait for. You don't need to wait for people to support you to do what you feel is real, right? Because even what you feel is real may not look like something that gives you a win in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? It might look like you taking the L, but you have to be able to deal with your ego in order to understand that you absolutely won, right? You can beef about things and motherfucker stole something from me. I didn't get mad. I act like I don't even know the shit's missing. And I'm going to let that motherfucker rock off on that because you can't get nothing from me ever again. So, I'm going to get mad? Couple $100? No, we're not going to get mad. Motherfucker can never break bread. Be around me. I won't smoke no reefer with you. Can't be in my presence now. How that feel? But this fucking prosecutor, this shit got me good and hot, and I'm really trying to understand how y'all gonna let this motherfucking foreigner get away with this shit. What did that man do to you? Don't talk about the girl that messed with your baby father. Don't talk about the person that cut you off at the red light. You talk about this man right here, Mr. Abelove, that stole your freedom. Why don't you talk about those important things, right? Don't worry about how long I'm going to be here. How long am I on the East Coast? What is she doing? Who is she with? Who you loving? Who you want to be thugging? That ain't none of your fucking business. This is the business right here. This fucking corrupt man that been lying, locking your kids up, taking your daddies away, disabling your mamas. This lying man right here. I'm just curious to know what the fuck are y'all gonna do about it? Because he can't get my mother. Can't have mine. And I'm trying to figure out what y'all gonna do. And you know what's so fucked up? I'm out here on the front lines, all up in these so-called agencies, business and stuff like that. And motherfucking people that look like me won't even protect me. I get death threats, all types of shit for the shit that I be talking about. If it was not true, nobody would be mad. Right? You think I was blocked for 30 goddamn days because I said some crazy shit? Like so many of y'all know me, right? Y'all know me. For real, for real. I ain't no messed up person. You think they had me blocked for that civil rights shit? You know, it's just so much stuff that's going on and everybody want to do the blame game. Fuck the blame game. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. Take accountability for the shit that you're not doing, right? You worried about Donald Trump's taxes. Worry about why you are paying taxes. Because he don't have to. And if a motherfucker know the law going to work for them, whether you like it or not. The law is not here to make you feel good or respect your feelings. It's here to be fucking just and balanced. And if you don't know how to fucking handle your business, somebody else is going to. Right? So you could be 60 years old and still be a fucking infant in the eyes of the law because you are a minor. A minor has nothing to do with the minority or a fucking, it's a group of people that don't handle their goddamn affairs and are dependent upon people to do shit for them. That's what a minority is. You really think all the children, they talk shit about how many so-called black people have all these babies and stuff. You think we the fucking minority? You think it's a little bit of us and a whole lot more of everybody else? Let me just explain to you how inside that so-called majority includes a bunch of people that look just like you, but they come from nations and countries such as Egypt and let's say Tunisia, Morocco, North Africa, They're North African people, and it's so hard for you to understand that because they keep calling it Europe. But what is the legal name? You guys got to understand, India was not called India until 1948 when they created Israel. 1947, something like that. Look this shit up when it was incorporated. That place is called Hindustan, Bharat. You don't know what the ancient names of none of these places are. Don't talk that, oh, Africa, Africa. Motherfuck you with your continent. Pick a goddamn place and get situated. Tag some folks. Because so far with the genealogy that I've been able to do, I could call up some goddamn strangers and tell them how they kin to me. DNA can't do that. DNA can't do that. DNA can't link you up with your cousin in no goddamn village, no goddamn where. You can't get a name. Can you get a name? Where's the name? Who you related to? Who's your common ancestor that was over here? I need y'all to fucking think about this shit. Because all this shit stems from you not knowing who the fuck you are. You may have became somebody, but you got to go back at some point. You go through these cycles, right? It's a cycle of life, and it keeps happening. It happens from your prepubescent years, you know, from infanthood to toddlerhood to your childhood and then young adolescence, and you go through these stages and stuff like that. And then when you hit 40 and you get into that next cycle of life, you start to see things so different, and you start viewing shit in a different perspective, right? You start forgiving yourself for your past mistakes. You start accepting yourself for who you are, and then you start going deeper into who you are, right? Especially somebody like me. I had my kids young, and now my children are grown, and I'm in my early 40s. I know I don't look like it, but I am, right? And I wear it proudly because the cycle brings the growth. It brings the growth. Don't be mad at it. Embrace the shit. Especially when you got these little young boppers walking around here looking like somebody rolled their asses hard and put them away wet. It's not, right? Right? Got more bodies than a goddamn cemetery. These youngins, right? They doing it. I need them to preserve themselves because, see, they was Similac babies, right? They was the fucking false formula babies. You got to give them some nursing. The boobs is not here to be in your rap videos. The titties is here to feed the babies. Right? That's the truth. That's what they're there for. Right? They may have other purposes, serve other purposes, but that's the main thing. And women don't do that. And then sometimes it's probably a good thing, especially if you're putting a bunch of bullshit in your body. You don't want to get that to the baby, right? Right? It's like if you're smoking cigarettes, you don't want to smoke in the room with the baby, right? Why would you sit there and drink a fucking Pepsi? I don't care if y'all like it. I love y'all. And you know what? My real folks that love me, if I'm on some bullshit, they're going to tell me. And that's why I fuck with them. I don't fuck with the yes men. Yes, 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 and just want to tell you everything you want to hear. I'll fuck with the people that be like, bitch, you're bugging. Stop it. Cut your shit. Get in the ring. Fight. Scrap. Thug it out. Tighten up. Get it together. All that crying, what the baby gonna do? Those are the people that I love the most, right? Because I done been through every fucking cycle, and I love my good old trustees, the ones that I know for sure they don't never change. And I love you and I respect you for that, right? But I would still want to know what the fuck y'all gonna do about Mr. Able Love. Who's gonna sue him? If you ready to sue, I do got a temporary number that y'all can hit me with. Hit me in the inbox. If you had a case in Rensselaer County that don't involve violence, y'all violent motherfuckers, I can't do nothing for y'all. If you got violence, fraud, and conspiracy and all them crazy things going on, don't holler. But all the other shit, it's a fucking go. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss some shit. Because you want favorable results. You don't want to get the results that y'all been getting, because if they've been favorable, then I'd see the people that I love the most, because they missing and they in prison for shit that they're not supposed to be in there for. Not because I have feelings involved, because they're my fucking people, because the fucking law says so. But because at that time we didn't know it, they gone. And they already said okay to it. They agreed to it. So it's kind of like a lot that can't be done. And that shit hurts. That shit hurts. Hi, Les. I love you. I miss you. Chris, I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see you, Chris. My phone is busted. What up, Chris? Woo! What up, Chris? Hi, King. Shadow Raven. I got some tracks. I got some shit. I need some tracks. You gotta hook me up. Make sure I'm gonna inbox me so I can give you this other temporary number that I have because my other phone is on a blank. Venus, you beautiful sister, you. How are you, beloved? What up, D? So, you know, again, what y'all gonna do about this man that's stealing y'all time? Because he's getting ready to go to jail, but how many of y'all people did he send to jail that don't belong to be there? I need to know what y'all gonna do about this shit, because this is not what's supposed to be happening. It's not. And at the end of the day, stop paying attention to all the, the rabbits that they put out there. They put all these rabbits out, rabbits. Meanwhile, there's a fucking squirrel on a motorcycle, pew, driving right past you, right? That's what you gotta do. What are you gonna do? So if all crimes are commercial, how do you pay your debt to society? I'm waiting on somebody to tell me that. And we all know a couple of lawyers, and we all understand that. But how do you pay your debt to society? If all crimes are commercial, what are they talking about? And this includes murder, kidnapping, and burglary, and all this other shit. How does that happen? How do you confuse your right to bear arms with a possession of a fucking weapon? How do you end up getting 10 years for possession of a weapon, not a stolen weapon, but possession of a weapon, but you don't have a right to bear arms? Like, which is it? And which is it?
I mean,
you gotta figure out how to place yourself in the fucking narrative, because they told everybody this fantastic story, but you need to be able to trace it and backtrack it and make it all put together to where it fucking makes sense. Not just listen to some goddamn story that you can't prove belongs to you. That's crazy. What up, good brother? How are you, King?
Chilling. How you doing? Good to be here.
Everything's healthy.
Say
I'm chilling. I said everything's healthy. I'm chilling.
That's what's up. You already know. I'm over here with my son. He's finishing up his homework for his homeschool, so gotta keep an eye on him. But definitely had to check you out. You know what I'm saying? I know you be dropping that fire.
Peace and love. I'm here for a minute. I ain't got nothing else to do, good brother. I'm gonna call you. I got a whole nother number that I'm gonna text you from that you'll be able to reach me, so we could talk about those other issues and stuff.
All right, that's a bet.
Peace and love to you.
No doubt. One love.
One love. Hi, Raquel.
Let my son.
Lucy, I love you, Lucy.
Say what up.
Hello?
Hi, young Prince. How are you?
I'm fine.
You are fine. You doing your homework? I hope you're doing the best that you can.
Yeah.
I'm trying to finish.
Yeah? Okay, well, you get it done.
Well, do your thing, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to make sure you and Dad have some language lessons so you can know our language.
Oh, already. I'm definitely looking for that. Definitely. And I definitely want to practice.
He's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
I got
Peace
my other
love.
one running on the other side, so that's why it's quiet in here now.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Quiet is good. Quiet is good sometimes.
Say no more.
That's what's up. It's a pleasure, brother.
No doubt.
Peace and love.
It's crazy.
So, like I was saying, if all crimes are commercial, how do you pay your debt to society? Do that mean, because what happens is, if you can't figure that out, your body ends up being collateral, right?
Exactly.
You're fucking collateral for something, what? A bond that is placed in a name that looks like yours, but it's not really you. If your mother didn't name you defendant, why in the hell would you go in the courtroom and say, yes, I'm here under that name, last name, first name, middle initial. Hey, I'm here for court. I showed up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then even when you don't show up and they issue that fucking bench warrant, who are they looking for? Last name, first name, middle initial. That ain't how you sign your name, boss. And then when they run up on you and you're like, hey, Phoenix Moon? Phoenix? Nah, sir. I don't know what you talking about. Who are you? Remember when your grandparents used to answer the phone, the motherfucker try to call them by the first and last name, and they be like, who's calling? They ain't say, yes, that's such and such. They said, who's calling?
Mm-hmm.
They need to know who that, who say who that.
I mean, we gotta establish
Right?
terms. That's what it is. I think we playing on the other people's we basically playing on other people's field, you know. And we gotta establish terms. Not understanding that, you know, like about the whole natural person, artificial person, like things of that nature. Like, you know, people gotta get into that, and that'll help out a lot, you know.
That's what our people gotta understand. And there's gonna be instances where you may have to be a person. In which case, a person is a company or a corporation, you know? Yep. You get income taxes, you're getting capital gains based off of a company that you're running and putting all the work into because you signed that fucking W-4 that said, hey, I don't mind paying taxes. I'll do it. Let me volunteer. I'll do it, right?
Exactly.
You're getting capital gains back off of that person, which is a company. A corporation that's being run and it has a name that looks similar to yours, but it's not really you because gravestones have all capital letters, right? Yeah. When a cop gives a desk appearance ticket or they issue you some sort of summons or something like that, they never sign their name with a signature like they write in a check. They put their name in capital letters, right?
Yep.
Why would, when they fingerprint somebody, why in the hell would you give a signature to that? If it's under duress, you let them know it's under duress. You have to get your weight up and then pay them back when you're bigger. If it's a driving without a license or something frivolous like that, don't lose your life over anything like that. I'm not suggesting that at all. But what I will tell you is when you get out, depending on who you are, if you an Indian, and, you know, like I said, depending on where you are, what territory in New York says there's two types of people here in New York. And it makes it very clear who the inhabitants are, right? And although New York is a colony, it's a penal colony where they sent the North Africans that came on the ships, right? The British, the Scottish, right?
Yep.
Those people, that's who came on a goddamn boat. Those are your North Africans that came here as indentured slaves, right?
Yep. Servants, subjects, you know.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. This ain't got nothing to do with opinions or how anybody feels about it. This is what the hell it is. And it's the shit that nobody want to talk about. But I like talking about these things because this is how I self-govern in order to make sure that I understand what's going on so that I follow the law, make sure that the law protects and, you know, assists me in my self-governing. These are things that we got to talk about. I don't care if nobody else is talking about them. They're going to do a whole bunch of things to sidetrack you. I ain't working for nobody. I ain't under nobody's thumb. Ain't nobody got no dirt on me. There's no big trick I got to pull on no people that look like me so I can gain favor with some goddamn foreign entities. It's not a fact. It's not happening. It's not happening. I can't say the same thing for everybody else. And that's some other shit I'm going to get into because I see a lot of stuff going on. You know, I sit at the library a lot of time, right? And what's happening is you got to watch these people because when they invite you to these courtrooms, you need to know who all is going to be there. What's the judge's name? What's the court clerk's name? Who is the prosecutor or so-called district attorney? What they about? What they doing? Don't worry about what their conviction record is because the district attorney, prosecutor has to come to court every day with his checkbook credit card, because if he loses a case, the motherfucker got to pay for it. Okay? So when y'all start tagging me and that goddamn sister, Aisha, whoever the fuck Sonetta and them had on that goddamn, that couch, that raggedy ass RBG couch that ain't produced no fruit. When y'all start tagging me and shit like that, I get pissed off because she's talking completely pro se, ex parte, all inside the de facto shit. Stay your ass on the land. Stay on the continent, on this goddamn continent. You're a goddamn Indian, and you need to start acting like it.
Facts.
You need to start understanding what that means, because this is your house and motherfuckers is coming in here and they smacking up your mama, they beating on your goddamn kids, and you ain't doing shit. Don't nod your head to all that fucking rap music and talk that shit, because you ain't doing nothing when them goddamn pilgrims come and they try and take the shit. I need to see it. And if that's what you was doing, you'd be next to me when I be getting these goddamn death threats from these motherfuckers. I'm taking pictures of the Scientology, this giant shit they got in the middle of fucking Harlem, this Scientology shit, this shit so goddamn big.
See,
you got the Muslims selling bean pots and all this other shit. You got all this farming shit going on, but don't nobody know what grandma and them was dealing with. And this is why you're getting your ass kicked.
Yeah, Harlem is a whole, like when you start mentioning Harlem, you start hurting my heart. You know what I'm saying? You're taking me back, and
my feelings is hurt.
I remember what it was and what it is. You know, it's so different.
The gentrification is so incredible. It's just, you know, it's sad. It's really fucking sad. But at the end of the day, it's happening in Inglewood too.
No doubt.
Let me talk about, you know, all you got to do when you go into a different town, all you got to do is go to their Walmart. You go to their Walmart and their Target, and you'll see who they busted people are and who they bougie people are. But those two stores are going to tell you everything you need to know about any town that you enter in this wonderful country of ours, right? And what's going to happen is you're going to start to understand that people are taking over your shit. So I spent a couple of weeks in Inglewood, and I heard in their Walmart in the hood, all I heard was Armenian. They're in there speaking their language, spending your food stamps, right? Because this is where your taxpayers is coming from. This is when you start talking that taxpayer shit. You got these foreigners on your dime, on your tab, and you want to know why Trump don't want to let these motherfuckers in. And they keep taking your goddamn cornbread and they prospering and shit. And the Indians sitting here fucked up, wondering what they gonna get. Why we ain't here and why we ain't there. You know what? This is why I drink. This is why I smoke.
Yeah,
I do that sometimes.
I'm dry right now,
right?
so I mean my mind's super focused, but I can't wait till I get back in. Trust me, I understand what
I
you
ain't
mean.
got the highest goddamn body. Okay? I ain't got the highest for nobody. This is what it is, man. And kicked me off Facebook for a little while. And I was totally cool with that. And while I was doing that, I'm doing my homework. If y'all let these elections go by, nobody was talking anything where these district attorneys have now have new terms. These judges now have new terms where you didn't realize that they've been there since your baby was in kindergarten. Now you got that young, handsome, copper-colored baby, that young son of yours, that they can't wait to lock up and steal his fucking freedom, right? They can't wait. And those are the people that got elected, and nobody did anything about it. So while everybody was worried about Donald Trump being elected, you had these fucking local elections, and what'd you do?
Nothing.
They'll talk this shit and talk to me like I'm nutty professor. At the end of the day, I'm me. And I don't got, you know, I don't have anything to hide. And I ain't got nothing to be scared of. I don't believe anybody I know does, but that, you know, that don't really stop.
You know, fear is what controls most people. You know what I'm saying? It's like me moving down south from New York, and I could talk to some people and they might be like, "Oh, where are you down there? You know, how is it?"
Right.
Say, actually, I had people visit. I had my cousin visit me. She was like, "Oh, how is it down there? You know, you know, I was watching the stuff with the Confederate flag, this, that, the third. I mean, I hear you, you know, like stuff happen. There's people out here that's on whatever, but as long as you carry yourself with a certain demeanor, people don't mess with you. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. It's just that simple.
That's right. That's right. And you got to teach people how to deal with you. The same thing, everything that applies to us and everything that we have learned throughout our struggles and in the hoods, anywhere USA is always going to apply to what the law of the land is. Why? Because that's our shit. The same shit that we do now is the same shit that we was doing 500 years ago. Nothing new is under the sun. Motherfuckers like to gamble. They like to smoke weed. They like to party. We was doing that before. I don't know why people don't like to look at things realistically. You know, they talk shit, the war on drugs. Get the fuck out of here. These motherfuckers came here because America had drugs. We had them.
Thanks.
We always did. They talk this King Tut shit. That motherfucker had cocaine in his system. Where you get it from? That shit wasn't over there on that continent. You only get that from America. What they talking about? We ain't ran out of shit yet. The land of good and goddamn plenty. How we come from somewhere else that's already starving and fucked up and wants something more? And coming over here living better than you do. Let me figure that shit out. I need to understand that because I don't. And if I'm missing something, I'm waiting for somebody to tell me some shit that I miss. I don't mind learning. I do this shit all the time. I just know I'm tired of people being so goddamn passive. Don't see me and want to have road rage and want to get out your car and scratch my motherfucking face up, right? Because I took the parking space first, right? But you let these goddamn crackers pull your ass over and give you a ticket in your own goddamn land for what? Well, you know, I ain't going to say for what. It's kind of y'all fault because, you know, when you go to DMV and you register, you want to look up the word registration. Don't just look up the regular dictionary. You want to look up the word registration in a legal sense so you can understand what it means. And you're transferring ownership and title of your shit to some fictitious motherfucker Santa Claus that don't exist. Because DMV don't fucking exist. You ain't never met the fucking commissioner of DMV. And if you do, tell that nigga have you over and tell him don't let his policy enforcers, a.k.a. whatever police department that's got these fucking red, white, and blue lights flashing in your goddamn mirror telling you to pull the fuck over. For what? What they telling you to pull over for in your shit? And you let these motherfuckers tell you to pull over some goddamn where? Yeah, right. If a nigga can't come in your house and smack up your mama, ain't no way a motherfucker can pull you over and tell you, get out your shit. Run your shit. You got a snack for somebody that come up and tell you to order them a Jack Burger when they gonna take your rims. But when these motherfucking crackers pull up, you ain't got nothing in your bag to sit them down and disable them. Send them back to their country if they don't know how to act. Because if your friend come in your house and act up, your mama gonna tell him, oh, he gotta go, baby. He can't come back here no more.
True story.
Send them on their way. Send them on their way. I don't even know what else to say. I'm just sick of this shit. Don't touch mine. Don't touch mine. I be trying to teach y'all how to protect yours. But you know what's crazy? Our people like to pay for stuff. Since we're such big consumers, if I put all this shit in a nice little packet and sell everybody fucking swampland, they're going to be all over this shit because I'm selling it. And they'll be happy to talk shit about the shit that I'm selling them, right? And I get this shit away for free by experience because that's where my fucking heart is at. And you're supposed to share your shit with people, especially something that's going to be successful, that works, that's going to get them some goddamn, you know, a leg to stand on. They don't like it. They don't care. And some of them that like oppression and shit, I ain't mad at you. I ain't knocking you. But you got to get from around me with that shit.
No doubt.
You got to get away from me.
You know, you
if that's what you enjoy,
circles tight.
that's your prerogative. I'm completely fucking okay with it. But it's not something that I choose to indulge in. And don't force it on me. Right?
Yeah, we got to keep our circles tight, you know? That's what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, no squares in a circle. And, you know what I'm saying? It'd be good like that. Right. So, you know, that's what I've been trying to do, figure out a lot who's who. What you just said about that consumerism, you know, that's always our downfall. Because, you know, my wife, she do taxes. So, you know, she's been breaking down like what's going to happen with this tax reform, and, you know, everybody, you know, ready to click their heels and get this money, and all they're going to do is do
Tax
nothing with it. You know what I'm saying?
Tax reform for who? I mean, at the end of the day, on any W-4, which you can change at any time, it asks you specifically, is there any reason why you feel like you should be exempt? Who answers yes? No one checks that box. They sign their name. They happy they got the job, and they keep it moving. And they take these taxes out. And then, you know, at the end of the year, they're expecting their W-2s at that point, and they want to get their cash out. But when you get the cash back for the refund, you're actually getting refunded for the capital gains off a company that you ran that actually belongs to the fucking government.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting back 6,000, but you gave these motherfuckers 55,000.
No doubt.
You put that $100 in the bank, they'll lend $90 of it to a fucking foreigner and won't give you shit.
Facts. That's the craziest part, and that's the realest part. You know.
Cash. What's cash? Cash ain't nothing. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna throw some dollar bills. I got a couple dollar bills in my pocket. I ain't gonna throw them shits in the garbage, and I'm not gonna light them on fire to make my point, right? Either. But at the end of the day, this shit can go at any point because it's not backed by any gold or silver.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what the currency is, then what are we doing? This fiat money, it's fiat. It's fake. It's not real. It's monopoly money. You know what, Windwalker? They don't even understand that Aborigine title. They run from it.
Yeah, what's good?
Devon, what up?
Over there? What's good?
For us when supper is ready.
Exactly. Are you a 14th Amendment citizen? Because if you're a 14th Amendment citizen, then that means you had to be labeled something after the fact, after the emancipation. Shortly, and also leading up to the Naturalization Act of 1870. So when you start talking all this, oh, my peoples were slave shits, that's when you're going to find them. Because if you can't find them before 1870, there may be a chance, but it's going to be a snowball's chance in hell that they came from somewhere else. Unless they were imposter Europeans pretending to be your folks. And the reason why I say it's going to be a snowball's chance in hell, because that was the point where everybody had to get naturalized that was not from here. So in the entire 350 years of slavery, you had less than 100,000 imported Africans. So you can break that down and do that math. That's not enough to populate these fucking people. It's not enough. So some shit got to go out the window. Throw the shit in the garbage because it's not true. It's not practical. And you can't use it to fucking free yourself because you're telling yourself some shit that they told you, which is just parroting because you don't know who the fuck you are. And these pilgrims and all these foreigners take full fucking advantage of it. And it seemed like I'm just talking some shit you don't want to hear, but it's the fucking truth. And until they can prove me wrong, you can send me all these death threats. I'm still walking through the motherfucking hood. I'm still driving through, and I bend corners, and I say hi to old people, and I hug children. That's what I do. I don't owe nobody no money. But
Finish it up.
Then I'm done.
ain't nobody taking my cornbread. Ain't nobody taking my cornbread.
Come.
Oh, don't get
Jesse, come. Don't be.
Got pulled over in Harlem by an African cop. What a funny sight that was. And I'm in the car with one of my cousins that completely has a mental illness and disability. So what I told my cousin was, that guy's going to come back to this car and he's going to say, have a good night. I gave the nigga a debit card. License and registration, what? Nah, I don't have one of those. What do I need that for? For what? Show me where I have to have that. Is that what you're just, as a cop, he's just used to saying that because that's what the fuck they taught him. That's policy and procedure. That's not law, right? So you come across me, either you're going to be incompetent, and most of these cops are incompetent. But I'm going to tell y'all, in late 2015 or early 2016, the Supreme Court did say that the police don't have to know the law. So sometimes everything is not just straight up spit it out what happens, right? They beat around the bush. So if the police don't have to know the law, that means the motherfucker they questioning better know what's going on, right? If they don't have to, who else are you interacting with? We the people? Are you a person or are you we the people? Because I'm we the people, right? I'm not a person. I'm we the people.
Mm-hmm.
The state of New York against who? State of what? Against what? Take the what and leave the what? It's bullshit. It's a fucking lie. It's a fraud. And not only is it a fraud, but you have to know how to play chess and prove that everybody is a part of this fraud. Because when they speak on you and they tell you because your sons hang together, because they done grew up since preschool up to high school and stuff like that, and now they're taking pictures and shit, and they want to lock your little young rich copper colored boys up. And when they do this and they RICO them, the Bobby Shmurdas and stuff like that, where is all his fans at now? Because this little boy's sitting in there, right? And he's not even supposed to have these issues.
No! What?
9 times out of 10. The reason why he don't do that is because who he is, and he doesn't know who he is. And that be the penalty that our people pay. Because you don't realize who you are, you pay a price for that. You don't gotta like it, but that's what happens. You pay a price for that. You can't be somebody else. Colorable law. That's right, Winwalker. Keep pretending to be somebody else. You keep calling yourself some other shit, but you better know who your great grandmama is, so you can get it right. Because if you don't get it right, you get your head bust and you get slammed on, and that's some sad shit.
You know, people still on that slave name thing too. Like that's what you was talking about knowing your name, or if somebody else is coming in, just taking your place, cloning you. You know what I mean? And it's like I hear people, so many people on that. I'm like, yo, it's like people gotta grow up, yo, because your last name is your last name, and you know what I'm saying. You gotta deal with that, deal with how you got it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got it, like you said. It could be from anything. Maybe you had a pale, you know what I'm saying, a pale face mixed in or whatever like that. If that's what it was, that's what it was. You got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But people just want to make up stories, you know what I'm saying, about what their life is, instead of just dealing with the facts that's at hand. You know what I'm saying? And then when even people that if you're talking to them about your life, they want to question you. Like you don't know about, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what you're talking about. Like they know more about your life than you know, you know?
When you look at all of these, those old posters and stuff like that of runaways and stuff like that, this is people that, let's say I know somebody that has a farm. You know how to grow tomatoes. I know how to get people together that know how to grow tomatoes. So would I be an overseer because I got everybody a day labor job? If you think about labor ready, right? Because technically, and there's a specific law in Article 1 of the Bill of Rights of New York State. Let me see, it's Article 1, I want to say maybe Section 14, where it indicates labor and wages, and those things are completely different. And it tells you they're not commercial transactions. So if only commercial transactions are taxable, how come people in New York State are saddled with so many taxes?
Mm-hmm.
The law is quite plain, and what it says is available for remedy. Our people fail to seek remedy within themselves. They much more prefer to seek remedy with somebody else that's going to do all the work for them.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
And we absolutely lose out, and it is a great disservice to our ancestors, and it is a complete disservice to our antecedents and our progenitors, and descendants alike.
Again, when you mention the work, it's like that too, because like I remember, you might you see, like how you could, I live here in South Carolina, so you see during, whatever growing season, whatever, it's time to harvest. And,
Right.
nobody want to get out like us. If I go and tell, like, 30 brothers, yo, let's go get out in the field, you know what I'm saying? And let's plant this field. Let's farm this land. Let's do this. One of the stupidest answers I'm going to hear from somebody is, oh, I don't want to do none of that slave work or this, that, or third. I'm going to be like, yo, what is wrong with people, man? Well,
Shit.
like, this is where
Do our own thing,
this is
right?
where we losing,
Slave work, and it's so funny that they say that because they have no idea.
Yep.
They have no idea.
Yep.
They have no idea.
They don't realize they still slaving on that clock. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You really
Indeed.
slaving on that clock, truth be told. Forget about that,
That's not even the case. That's not even the case. So that's why, Devon, I'm going to invite you to the next one. Brother. I didn't really know what I was doing this time, but that's what I'm going to do. Let me wrap this up. I'm going to get back with you good brothers in a few. Yo, peace and love. Your beautiful son. He's beautiful.
Hold on, let me see if I get my
Peace and love.
Come here.
Thank you for joining me.
You mean he don't want my other son, he got an attitude. He ain't trying to get up.
That's right. Devon, I'm going to invite you to the next one. Give me like 10 minutes. I need a little interlude, and I'll be back, and we could get busy. I definitely would love to have you on, Devon. Peace. Okay, y'all okay? Win Walker. That's right, Win Walker. Hi, Janet. I'll be back in 15 minutes, y'all. I'm talking shit. I ain't got nothing else to do. And I'm going to talk about all of my experiences. I've been here almost 90 days. And I have so many things to talk about. I don't know where to start. I'm going to fill my little red cup again. We're going to have some fun. I ain't got nothing to hide. This ain't got to be all formal and traditional. I don't have no problem being myself. Peace and love. Y'all okay? All right, Aborigines. I'll be back. Join me again for the next session.
No doubt.